How's it going, guys? What's up? Moses here, and today I'd like to make a conclusion video for season 4. Yeah, as you guys all know, I came back to Diablo for season 4. It's been quite awesome, a lot of good changes to the game. The biggest one that actually made me come back to the game is the removal of trials. Horadric Cube, new sets, wizards are a lot of fun, and the new Archon build is definitely one of my favorite builds of all time. Yeah, but nothing is without its problems, and season 4 came with a bunch of problems with it as well. One of them being the fact that well, the fact that it's all RNG. Here, as you guys can see, I'm recording this video in the background. I have the best drift I had so far. If you guys been watching, been following the stream, you know that I've been trying to push 70 plus greater rifts, 72, 3, 4, 5, etc. For the better part of the last 4 weeks. And this here is the example of the best greater rift that I had so far. You guys should already know as well that I spent about 750 keys. Here somebody whispers, I don't know how you can keep playing, bro. Respect. Yeah, so this video is kind of like me concluding season 4 and kind of like announcing that I'm not going to be taking it as seriously as I have been up until now. And the reason is that it's just stupid. I mean, the game is just stupid right now. Some of you guys may not like the idea, but I'm always telling the truth. There's nothing competitive about the game, and I do have a lot of motivation to play the game. Well, I did have a lot of motivation to play the game, but all of this is just pretty much ended. Seeing that the game is just too random. It's just too random. This is like the best rift ever, and it's like so GG. You know, the dream. But 750 keys I spent in the last 4 weeks, and it's all been just like caves, low density, terrible mob types. Just like bad things happen over and over and over and over again. So what would happen is I would spend about 50, 40, 30, 100 keys like every day. Depends on how much time I have and my schedule. And yeah, I would spend all those keys and then get nothing because I just don't get RNG. While in the meantime, other people are getting better luck, simply put. And getting the progress, getting the leaderboard progression, getting the all that they pretty much need, and then pushing, getting their names on the leaderboard while doing Paragon levels in between. So like other people are not losing all that time, and my Paragon level is like 1242, 1242 in this video. It's still my Paragon level. And like during all this time, I'm wasting on, trying to find a good rift like this. I'm actually losing. I lost 4 weeks of this season pushing Paragon levels, and that's kind of a big deal. So, I mean, how much more I can do. I did not, yeah. No spoilers. This is a pretty goddamn good rift right here. Anyway, so to conclude the season, I mean, I'm just not going to be playing Diablo 3 as seriously as I have been. And let's take a look at what we had this season. It started with a big boom. It started with a lot of motivation and a lot of fun and a lot of, hype. Season 4. And it's been awesome. I started as a wizard. Life was good until day 4, where I was pretty much at the top of like Paragon leveling, like top 15 EU or something like that, because I just constantly played top 10 or top 12, top 15 or something like that. We checked that. Reached Paragon 300 like pretty much in no time, just in a matter of a few days. Reached Paragon 300, 400, start racking up those Paragon levels. Um, a lot of clan drama here and there. I switched 3 clans this season, and currently I'm not in any clan. But yeah, around day 3 or 4, it was became known that wizards are just not good for group play. So that kind of forced me to play a barbarian, and that's another issue that I wanted to talk about. Like being forced to play a class that you don't want just in order to follow the meta, because otherwise you're falling behind. Um, yeah, the big deal that they did this season is that they divided the experience that you're getting between all the group members, and experience items now affect all your group members. Um, that made group play a lot more attractive, and for the first time in forever, I started playing in a group, um, and that's all I've been doing. And in order to do so, I needed to divide my resources, my time, my attention between 2 classes, Barbarian and Wizards. On the Wizard, I was trying to get, Paragon, and, trying to get on the leaderboard. And on the Barbarian, I was trying to just get experience just as much as I could, so I could, just get ahead in Paragon, because Paragon is so important. That's so much more damage and survivability that you can get just by doing Greater Rifts and group speedruns. So yeah, that made me create a Barbarian. Played support Barbarian for a couple of days, found a good hammer or gavel of judgment, and then started playing Hota. Hota was nice until a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago or so, where the meta changed. And Hota is just like not good anymore, apparently, because nobody wants to play with you. And yeah, so what I ended up doing was creating a monk, which made me create another class that I don't want to play, just so I could get Paragon level. So this is kind of a big deal for me. I don't want to be forced into playing a class that I don't want. I don't want to be forced into spend time. Like, all I want to do, not spend resources like crafting materials, Forgotten Souls, etc. Death bets on a barbarian or on a monk. I just want to play wizard. I already given up. The part of me that say that I don't want to play with other people. Like, this is something that like not much you can do about it. I mean, that's the way like the game works. But like, do I do I have to play with other people? Like, I only want to play solo. Ideally, I would only play solo and just enjoy the game just playing by myself, because that's the way I find that is most fun, to play the game. Oh, and by the way, I want to pause here, this video right here, just so you guys could see. Just like look at the progression right here. Like, look at the timer. This is about 7 minutes right here. 7 minutes into the Rift. 10 more % left. I'm at 91% or something like that right now in this video. And I want to talk about a little bit about the build, and about the fact that RNG is so detrimental in like whether you make it or break it, or whether it's possible for you or not possible for you. And this Rift proves it. I mean, this Rift, all I got was get GG mobs. On the first level. It was a big map, so it allowed me to get a lot of progression. I got a conduit, but even with a conduit, like, I mean, I would still make the same progression even if I didn't have the conduit, only maybe the timer were a minute ahead. But just because the Rift was so good, and this is the kind of Rift that you want. And this is the kind of this is like the only way to finish a Greater Rift is if you get a certain type mobs on a certain map with a certain spawn of conduits or whatnot. So that's kind of like a really big problem, because like it proves that like it doesn't require too much. Let's continue. It doesn't require too much like skills or anything. It doesn't require anything. All you need is a good map, and this proves it over and over and over and over again. And if you're getting shitty luck, like I have been, 750 keys, you know what that's like? every day, grinding those keys, grinding those 72s, and every day getting crap and crap and crap and crap and crap and crap over and over and over again. Always those shitty maps with these crap like this. This is like just a crappy mob type, doesn't give any progression. Look how much I struggled to get the last 10% after that dream level 1, where I, just burst through that time bar, through that progression bar, and we're left with 7, like after 7 minutes. So I was left with 8 minutes to complete the last 10%. Look how long it takes me here. Like, it will take me 3 or 4 more minutes to complete the last 10% because I just get shitty mob types and shitty map that I cannot aggro everything. So that's kind of like a big deal about Wizard right now, is that if you're getting lucky, that's all that it takes. So even your Paragon doesn't matter. You can check the leaderboard. There's right now a Greater Rift 71 Wizard that did a Greater Rift 71 with Paragon 780. That's 500 less Paragons that I have. 780, compared to 1242. That's 450 more Paragons. That's like 2,000 more intelligence. Just insane amount. Oh yeah, and the dead ends. So yeah, also a big deal that's going on is like me running into dead ends because I'm playing legit. I don't use any kind of a third-party program like everyone else. Everyone else uses Turbo HUD, and Turbo HUD just gives you the advantage of like knowing where everything is, knowing where the elite packs are, knowing where the dead ends are, knowing where the next level is, so you could just teleport. Like I bet you've seen in some other Wizards videos, people just teleport because they know exactly where the exit is, and they know they have a shitty rift, and they don't have to spend time doing it. So yeah. RNG, guys. RNG rules everything, and if you get a good rift, it's so easy to make it, just like you guys have seen right here. And if you don't get a good rift, it can never happen for you. And I'm basically just like tired of all this because like it doesn't say anything about me as a player. It doesn't, show any kind of skill level. It just shows that you got nerves of steel, and you can just play forever until you get your dream rift. And this was my dream rift. It took me forever to get it, 750 keys. In the meantime, I lost all this Paragon leveling, 4 weeks of Paragon leveling. I could have been 1500 right now, just like a lot of other people do. But instead I chose to push leaderboards. And like the reason why I chose to push leaderboards is because I just wanted to play with my wizard, and Greater Rifts like are so not fun when you're playing a class that you don't like. Like playing a healing monk is like probably the most boring thing that there is to do in Diablo 3 right now. Playing a healing monk or a support barb, like these builds are just like so not fun, and people just do it because that's the way the game's supposed to be played right now, in order to be efficient, in order to not to spend your time efficiently. And the meta changes, and all of a sudden you have yeah, and here I'm getting rhyme. The meta changes, and all of a sudden you have a support crusader to support a build that some Chinese made, and the static charge monk that we all know right now. That's like the main damage dealer in all experience groups. If you want to be efficient, you gotta have a static charge monk, and all that kind of stuff just kind of like force you into playing a certain team comp and a certain class. And this is something that I simply don't enjoy. Not to mention the fact that I just like playing solo. I just like playing solo. Not to mention the fact that I just want, to play my wizard and not having to farm for other classes, for other builds, spending resources and all that crap. I think it's just like, plain stupid that the game just forces you to play in a certain way. I really hope they will change that. I really hope that they will I really hope they'll change that. I really hope they will buff solo play. I really hope they'll change the way that Paragon works, because right now it's just stupid. People just mindlessly grinding for Paragons. There is still a lot of problems in the game. It's sad. But after not playing Diablo for like a year and now coming back to Diablo, I gotta say, I did have my share of fun and I did enjoy the game. And yeah, this is like me getting an impossible boss, because that's how RNG works. You could be 8 minutes ahead like I was, and then you're getting a shitty level 2 that keeps you from making an amazing time, and then you get a crappy boss. And I did not make this rift because Rhyme just one shot you. And the irony of it is that I have a cold immunity amulet, but there's only two out of 23 bosses, or 24, or 22, or whatever, that are doing cold damage, and most of them are doing poison, so I'm running with a poison immunity amulet. But of course, I had to get the cold because that's my RNG. I mean, that's the only reason I'm unable to make it over and over and over again. On any other boss, I would have killed it, but it had to be this Rhyme, kind of like impassable barrier, just like impossible to kill on any greater rift. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a 72, it could have been a 60, and Rhyme would still kill me. 63, because that's the way like wizards work. You either get the luck, get the good RNG, or you don't. As simple as it is, and it's really, really, really disappointing, especially after so many attempts and finally getting that amazing Greater Rift, and just one bad boss, and like no matter what you do, you just can't do it, and yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's like the big problem with the game. That like no matter how much you try, if you don't get the rift, you'll never be able to make it, and it's like stupid. And like also as a streamer, you kind of gotta show progression. I mean, you gotta get lucky. If you don't get lucky, then like nobody would watch your stream, because like you can't put like rank 1, rank 2, rank whatever on your title. That's kind of a big deal for viewers. I don't know why, but like it is. And I was not able to do it this season, unfortunately. My goal still remains being at the top 50 at the end of the season, and I'm probably gonna make it like eventually, but I'm gonna take it a lot easier right now. Like I'm just gonna not play Diablo as much as I have, and I'm just basically just gonna do it as casually as I possibly can. Just every once in a while, some Diablo stream. And yeah, those are my reasons, as explained. Too much RNG and too much disappointment, too much waste of time. Leaving games, entering games, opening rifts, leaving games, entering games, opening rifts, leaving game, leaving, opening, entering, leaving. I mean, all this cycle of fishing is just ridiculous. So that's my decision. I'm just gonna chill, gonna put the brake pedal on the Diablo 3, and we'll see what happens next. For now, I did get a key to what do you call it, Overwatch. I did get access. They don't really give up keys, but I did get access to Overwatch, and I played it a little bit, but this game is like totally not for me. There is a reason why I haven't been playing at all first person shooter games, and yeah, I just like totally not for me, so I'm not gonna be playing Overwatch. Maybe, but probably not gonna come back to Heroes of the Storm, but most likely but yeah, I'm not coming back to Heroes of the Storm. Definitely not Path of Exile. Maybe Diablo 2, but I'm not really excited about Diablo 2. I mean, it's an old game, and I'm kind of like, played it for years, and kind of like, I'm already sick and tired of it. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know what the future brings. I'm looking for a game. I need a good game to, play on the regular, and until that happens, I mean, anything can happen. So, what else is there to say? It was fun while it lasted, but like when Hota just went out of the meta, that was kind of like the break point for me, because you guys know how much souls and blood shards and death breaths and all those things I spent on getting like the perfect Hotabarb. You know, and a month into the season, when my Hotabarb is like perfect, all of a sudden it completely gets annihilated from the meta, and a new class emerges with a new DPS as meta. And one thing about me is that I can't play support. It's too fucking boring. I salute all those people that do play support. I have no idea how you can do that for such a long time, because it's just disgustingly boring. You just stand there and do nothing. You don't do any damage. I mean, how can you fucking play it? How the fuck can you play this thing? But I guess, you know, people do it because that's what it takes. And yeah. I mean, 50% of the community of D3, there are always two supports. 50% of the community in D3 plays support. It's disgusting. But hey, you know, that's what it takes. I'm not gonna do it. You know, I always like to do the damage. I always like to do the DPS, and if I can't have that, then I'm not going to make a static charge monk now. I mean, just the idea. First of all, I don't like the monk class. I don't particularly like the build, even though it kind of reminds me of the old vanilla monk that I used to like, that I used to play. But no, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. So yeah, here's me showing off the poison amulet that I used compared to the cold immunity amulet that I could have used. Anyways, that was season 4 for me. That was the video. I know it was pretty long, but it's important for me, for you guys to know my thoughts about the season and why I'm, you know, turning it down on the D3. Doesn't mean I quit Diablo, but like I'm definitely not gonna play it as much as I have, and I'm just basically looking for a new game to sink my teeth into. Hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know. I hope you guys are still enjoying whatever you guys are doing. But Diablo is kind of dead for me right now. It sucks big time. I really want to play the game. You know, that's like the stupid thing. I really want to play the game. But like, there's nothing good for wizards right now other than solo pushing. And what? I want to farm with my wizard. I want to spend all my time with my wizard. But I can't because of the way that stupid meta works and the way that, you know, you're forced into 4-player groups and you just don't have a room in your group for wizards. That's unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate, because like there's really nothing more I like to do, and I got so much spare time, and I just, you know, I wanna be there. I wanna get that. I wanna get that done. I wanna play D3, but I just I can't. The look on the leaderboard. Yeah. Guys, I love you all. Thanks for watching. See you next time.